Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, it's California Cutie. You are on my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a new year, y'all. It is 2025. And hey, we got big things to do this year, y'all. And I'm here with another review of Belle Collective Season 5, Episode 8, which is the finale, which is entitled Welcome to Taste. Try the beef. This is a recap and a review, y'all. So let's get into it. Don't forget to hit that like button. Smash that like button. That's what I really want to tell y'all. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Hit it on all. Make sure you are sharing my content. Okay. Let's take care of the business. And I'll see you guys after the intro.
So let your hair down, get your life. You must be feeling like this your night. To do your thing, girl, it's alright. You're doing everything that I like. So let your hair down, get your life. You must be feeling like this your night. To do your thing, girl, it's alright. You're doing everything.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. What it do, boos? How my cuties doing? Hey, I missed you guys. I missed you guys a lot. Okay, I haven't seen y'all since last year. It's been a long time. Okay. So happy new year. Happy new year. I hope you guys had a safe one. I did. Mine was safe and somber. Not even somber, maybe not the right word. Sober would be the right word. It was nice and sober. I ain't gonna say it was quiet because it was crackling around these parts. So yeah, y'all, I am happy to be here. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button for me, okay? We are trying to grow my channel around these camps. Okay, so hit the subscribe button if it's your first time. And if it's not your first time, just make sure that your subscribe button is still, punched in, lit up, or whatever it's supposed to look like on your end, because sometimes YouTube likes to play around and see if you are paying attention to what's going on your subscriptions and things. Okay, so make sure your subscribe button is lit, or that is where it's supposed to be at. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys are sharing the content. If you know someone that is watching Belle Collective and you think that they would enjoy my reviews and things, please share me with them. And I have other things and other content that I'm going to be bringing to you guys. So share me anyway. If you like me, I'm sure other people will too. And so, yes, y'all, we are here for the finale. Okay. Belle Collective Season 5. It's episode 8. It was a short season. Usually I think with Belle Collective, they only do about eight episodes. I don't recall them doing over 8. If they did over 8, it might have been 10, but I'm kind of pushing that they did only 8 episodes. Okay. So without further ado, we are going to jump right into it. And like I said, the title of it is Welcome to Taste. Try the beef. Child, I ain't trying no beef. If I ever go to Taste, I'm not trying no beef. Give me some seafood, because the way the beef is served up at that place, child, I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all how it went, okay? Okay, so we start off with Latrice stressing out. Okay, she's stressed because she's doing a dual opening, as you guys already know. It's the day before the dual opening. She is opening Goddess Lengths 2.0, and she's also opening Taste, which is basically in her backyard of Goddess Lengths. And she's doing a dual opening, meaning she is gonna attempt to open Goddess Links, and then after they mingle around and have some people maybe purchase some hair, they'll end up going over to Taste and opening those doors and having cocktails and food and a soft opening for Taste. So yeah, so Latrice is under a lot of stress, as she should be. I mean, opening one business is one thing. We talk about her opening two. Child, she ain't playing. She is not playing. Okay. So the construction people they're at Taste right now, and the construction workers are there, and Latrice see that they are putting up her I guess her signage in her building, on in the front of her building or on the side. I'm not quite sure, but however, she's not happy with it. It's too big. Whatever they didn't show it to us, so I'm not from really for sure what the sign said. If it was her address, if it was the name of the place, it was not shown what exactly it was. But she said she wanted it smaller. And so Cliff, being the dude that he is, he starts blaming Latrice and, coming for her womanhood. Oh yeah, because he upselled you because you a woman. He upselled you because he a woman. I'm like, what does that got to do with the Tia China, Cliff, that she's a woman? That ain't got nothing to do with it. The man made a mistake. The man made a mistake. Now, if there was a mistake made that Latrice did, be specific on what you want her to own up to, because if it's measurements, she says she sent the measurements to him and he approved it. So, I don't know. I don't like the way he kind of puts her down, especially you putting her down because she's a woman. If because we can put you down for a whole lot of reasons, mush mouth. Starting with, we can't understand a damn thing you say. Huh? Anywho, Latrice, I'm sorry. So now I literally see why Latrice is so sensitive around the ladies. She literally gets very sensitive and, wants to jump in somebody's face, not literally, but jump in somebody's face in the ass, when they come talking to her about anything. And it's like, Latrice, you let your husband say any dang on thing, don't correct him. And when you do, you say what you say and then you kind of ignore him. That's his problem. You so busy ignoring him, he ignores you. And then when he get around people in real life and in real civilization, nobody understands what he's saying, and they don't care to correct him or say because they really don't care to really engage in conversation with your husband. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you, honey, but that's the real truth and nothing but the truth. So help me. Okay. I'm sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just it's just the message. That's all it is. So getting back to Taste, Selena drops by to lend Latrice some support, of course, because that's what Selena seems to do for Latrice, and Latrice always seems to need support with the kind of the way her I often say wedding, the way her marriage is set up. She's always in need of support. But anywho, Selena is also there because she is gonna do her signature drink for Taste. We're told that Selena is known for making lots of money being a bartender out there in Jackson, Mississippi. And so so she's going to do a signature drink, and they basically, that's what she's there to go do. And so when Selena walks in, she noticed that Latrice had taken down that tacky picture of some lips biting on a cherry. Outdated. It was outdated, and it seemed like to me that was something that Cliff probably wanted because he's outdated. So yeah, so Selena sees that that is gone. So she was like, okay, so you already did some decoration, redecorating. And she was like, yeah, she, that was too much taste for taste. And I said, yeah, it was a little bit too much. But I do like the tropical palm trees that she has, in different place on a black background. I also have that in one of my bathrooms as one of my shower curtains. So I always like that with a splash of white in it as well. But hers don't have a splash of white. It just is black with the exotic or yeah, the exotic palm trees. So I like that. That looks nice, really nice. I thought that was a nice touch. So Selena is introduced to Taste's manager, the restaurant Taste manager, and Latrice's cousin. And at that time is when Latrice shares with them that that when Taste does his soft opening, that Glendale is also going to be hosting his birthday party, or should I say, Cliff will be hosting Glen Duh, not Glendale, but Glen Duh. And you guys understand why I'm calling him Glen Duh from here on out, because that's how he was acting like a female, Glenda. And so Glenda is having his birthday party at Taste, hosted by yours truly, Cliff. Okay. So Latrice is letting her cousin and the manager and also Selena, know that that is being incorporated for the opening. And when I tell you the cousin opened her eyes real big and leaned over and looked at her and gave her the side eye, like, what the WTF? Like, are you okay? I don't think she thought, I think she was looking at her like, on top of everything you got going on with a dual opening, you think it's okay to go ahead and throw another component inside these openings? Child, I'm with you, cuz I gave her the side eye too. Not the big eye, just the side eye. Like, girl, you should have told your husband Cliff to do that on his time at another time. How about on Glenda's real birthday? On Glenda's real birthday? Because quiet as it's kept, it wasn't Glenda's real birthday on that day. So it didn't have to be on that day. Okay? Let's be clear. It's weird. Weird on weird on weird or weird. Anyway, Selena kind of, she didn't really give it a side eye. She kind of gave it a like, okay, that's what y'all doing. Until Latrice said, yeah, she was pissed off about it. Then it was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, you thought it was all cool, Selena. It was not cool. And you should have known that wasn't cool. You should have been looking at her like, that's a lot to be doing, on your duo grand opening. But Latrice says that it's going to be the first time that JJ is going to see the girls, meaning his daughters, with Selena, with the exception of Star, because Star goes over there over to JJ's and Sophia's house every Sunday for dinner. Selena just doesn't want any drama at the event, and she hopes Sophia keeps the same energy she had in New Orleans. We all are hoping that, because we don't need them to have another restraining order or another one put in place or any just drama. We are over that. They already hugged it out, so we should not even be worried about none of that. So Selena comes up with her signature drink. They're gonna call it Taste. It looked like it was just some champagne with maybe a shot of tequila and a strawberry. She did put it over what looks to be maybe some hot ice. You guys know what you use hot ice. I think that's what they call it. But when you use hot ice, you put it in there and it makes it smoke, until it calms itself down. And then, it makes a drink look really pretty, and then it calms down and you can drink it. and gives it a nice little smoky effect. So the drink looked pretty in that aspect. Um, so yeah, so we'll see how that goes. With the tasting and the opening of Taste and Selena's signature drink. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so we switch over to Marie, and she's at, meeting up with her kids, all of her children, the three sons and her daughter. They meet up at the church to go meet up with the bishop so that they could get, some counseling and, some try to get some reassurance on things that go bad don't mean things will stay bad forever, if you will. So they go talk to the bishop, and about what happened with that incident with her house being under attack. And so she was speaking with her bishop about the incident, and the bishop said even though no one was hit, uh, but there were still, people that were hurt. And I was like, that is so true. That is the very true thing. So he says, no, they say, the kids, her sons were saying they all feel like they can't go home. Marie feels like she's homeless, even though she has other places she can reside. She just feels lost. Zuri's room had the most holes in it, if you will, which is crazy because when the bishop spoke to her, she said that all she really wanted to do was just go home and go, sit in her room. And I was just like, the innocence of that, man. It's just terrible that somebody would do that to them, and it's one thing that it affects the adults in the household differently than it would affect a young lady like herself, she's still a child. She's like 12, I think, 11 or 12. So yeah, so it was sad to see her, how it's affecting her. So Marie Bishop suggests that she gets baptized and, go under the water and, have a rebirth. It's about that time, get a nice cleansing, uh, get her mind refreshed and things. So, yes, she thought that was a really good idea. So I'm sure later on we will see her being baptized in this finale. We head over to Letitia's house, and she's cooking dinner for Glenda and his son. Uh, and she's frying up pork chops. She looking like she can make a little corn, little foodykins or whatever. And it's weird because Glenn is trying to comfort her cooking, so she kind of see what he's doing, but then he kind of was like, "No, I'm just playing." I'm like, "Are you trying to? What you trying to do? Trying to make some kind of reaction or trying to get some kind of reaction from your wife by dogging her out about her food? Like, grow up." So anyway, Letitia tells Glenn, sit down, I want to show you something. She has this folder for him that is a beginning to the end start of how you would start your business off, or how you get your business started, which really means that she don't trust a dang on thing he got going on. And let me reassure my own mind by giving him something, so at least I know that I gave him something that I know that he can use. And if I don't see him putting forth what he needs to do, then I'm gonna have to put my foot on his neck. That's what it looked like. But nonetheless, she sits Glenn down. She gives him that folder. Glenn gets a little offended. He kind of was looking through the folder, like it had borax on it. No, what was the stuff? Anthrax on it. Like he didn't want to touch it. And, and she's like looking at him like, I'm just trying to help you out. let you know that, this is from beginning to end. You just read through this, and, this will help you with your entrepreneurship. And Glenn is like, thanks, but I'm kind of feeling like you are treating me like a kid, not like a client. I see where he's coming from, but I feel like that's your wife. You should never think that she's coming for you at any time. If she's helping, if it's, a family business, then let's get the family involved. Okay. So that was just weird in itself. And so Glenn says, hold on a minute, you moving too fast. Shoot, Letitia's like, nah, sir, you not moving fast enough. Um, and I'm like, you better tell him, because these guys are pussyfoot around. Mr. Entrepreneur like to use the word, and she told him, you can't use you can't just be saying the word or using the word and not have no action behind it. And so she's letting him know, you gotta get on it. And he's telling her, like, we need 90, it takes at least 90 days to get the thing, set up and get the business off the ground. And she was like, no, it don't. Like, basically, you better read this book. You better read this book. I don't know who you talking to, but you better read this goddamn book. And so he tells her, I thank you for your help and everything, but if you really want to help me, she's like, yeah, I want to help you. I'm here to help. I'm here to be, yeah. He's like, well, if you really want to help, you should go get your brokerage license so that you can help me get, people. And she was like, oh, you want me to help, get people to for you to, deliver to and stuff. And he was like, yeah, that's how I want you to help. You can get on the phone, you can get on the phone, and you a woman. And when he said that, the record scratched for me again. Here he goes, sounding like Cliff, talking about you a woman. Now, there's two ways you can take that. You can take that like you a woman, and women, that's a woman thing to do, to be on the phone. Or you can look at it like you a woman, and if we're in a male dominant industry, when a pretty woman comes around and she is trying to give you business or help grow her business, and if she's attractive, you think they'll help her out more than if you would walk up to them as a nice looking man. I guess I'm thinking out loud, y'all. Don't quote me. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking out loud. Let me do something real quick. Oh, excuse me. It's give me 1 second, y'all. It's not the overlay. What is it? It's not the logo. It's not the clips. What is it? Oh, it's the banners. I hope you guys are enjoying this content, okay? It's the first one of the year for me. I'm a little behind, but that's okay, because, the holidays was here and all that good stuff. So, just, bear with me, hit the like button, do all that good stuff, all the things that we can do. And I just put my Cash App down at the bottom, just to, make sure, just in case you're enjoying the content. You guys know I'm still trying to get to, trying to get monetized. So I'm trying to get my watch hours up, get my viewership up, and, get these videos out to you guys. So that's what's going on. So this is another way you can support the channel, just like you can support the channel just by hitting the like button. We always like that as well. Okay, so let me get back to my notes and where I was at. So like I said, he wants her to get her brokerage license and all this other stuff, but he started sounding like Clip, talking about, you a woman. And I was like, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Okay. All right, so Glenn, he also had said, before I get off of that, he also said he feels like he needs to report to her step by step on what's going on. Letitia is just like, no, I just, I'm trying to help. I'm just really here to really help, So, for me, it's hard to see how this is not hard. It's weird to see how this is going to work as, him not always letting her, you know, be a lending helping hand only in the capacity he wants her to, which is not very big. It's very minute the what he wants her to do in my eyes. That's what I'm thinking. So they switch reels and she brings up that it's gonna be his birthday. It's Glenda's birthday. He like a little girl that he is. And so she was like, so yeah, well, so what's up? What we doing? What we got going? What we doing? He says, you already know. I'm having a birthday get together at Taste. Letitia tells him, that's the problem with you and Cliff. Y'all go making plans without telling me and Latrice nothing. Y'all don't tell us nothing. Y'all don't ask nothing either. Y'all complicit and y'all don't ask nothing. Y'all don't stand up to y'all husbands. That's why they don't feel like they need to tell you anything, because they don't respect nothing y'all have to offer when it comes to them running something. Okay? And so Glenn says, it's not that big a deal because they were already going to have an opening at Taste. So he doesn't feel like he's stepping on anybody's toes, basically. Yeah. Latrice, how your toes feel? Your feet hurt? Because Glenn is stepping all on them? Okay. Just saying. He said he wasn't stepping on nobody's toes. Your feet okay? I know they not. I know they not. So that's how they end that conversation. Letitia and Sophia come to church and support Marie in her baptism. And Zuri is there as well. And, a handful of others that were there. But I couldn't help but notice that not one, not two, not even three of her sons were in attendance. Now, I know that wasn't production that didn't show them. I feel like that was them not being there. It's kind of weird. But her dad was there and her cousin Nettie. Yeah, her cousin Nettie also was there. And, Nettie said she would want to be there and to give her support in everything she does. So that was a nice moment, that Marie went under. They baptized her, fully dunked her under the water. She came out. And I've been baptized. The last time I was baptized, I was christened as I think I was about 6. I was about 6. I was christened under Catholic. So they didn't dunk us. They just kind of sprinkled water on our foreheads. Me and my sister, she was about 2. And then when I was about 14, I had a relationship with the Lord. And I decided to get baptized under my own, not tutelage, but under my own well-being and under my own present mind at that time. I wanted to be closer to the Lord, so I went under and I got baptized at my church, and that was at Mount Zion Apostolic Church on Slauson, okay, right down the street from where Nipsey Hussle had his store, right? So I understand, the significance of being baptized and, being rebirthed and all that good stuff. So she went under, and when she came out, they started singing, and it was a beautiful moment. Sorry, my back itching. It was really a beautiful moment, right? So she came out, and everybody, Tisha and so Gucci Sophia gave her a hug and stuff, and it was cool because Marie wears her finger waves and stuff, and she had her makeup done, and she went under that water. She came up, she had one little curl that was like boop bap on her skin, and everything else it was out of place, but it didn't look bad. So kudos for her coming out a new woman, but still not looking, out of order, should I say. So yeah, it was a nice moment. It really was a nice moment for them to see somebody get baptized. And so Sophia says now she's thinking about getting baptized because, like I said before, she was only sprinkled with the water as well. So she's thinking about going under and being baptized under, completely underwater. So Marie might be starting, I won't say a trend, but starting to put on the Belle's mind to get closer to the Lord, because we all know some of them need it. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to need y'all to go ahead and take care of a little bit of business. We almost at the halfway point of what's going on. Okay. In the episode, we are about to get ready for the duo opening, guys. So before we do that, let me have you guys take care of some business for me. All right. All right, all right, all right. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. And anybody that just happened to be coming in a little late, make sure you're hitting that like button, okay? Make sure you're hitting that like button and make sure, what was I about to say? Because my screen froze up, it made me think, oh my God, I hope I don't freeze up when my eyeballs move to the side. But leave me a comment, playback gang, because I am gonna, this is a video, it's not a live stream. So playback gang, if you're not catching this when it premieres, make sure you leave me a comment. It puts me in the algorithms and it helps me grow my channel as well. And it's a quick way to free way to support the channel as well. And then we can get a dialogue, or if you got a question or anything for me or anything I said, you guys can go ahead and leave me a comment and I'll get right back with you, because that's how I do. Sorry, this bang is bang. Okay. I hope you guys are liking my haircut. It's not cut short enough. Me and my daughter ended up cutting it, and I can't see the back of my head, so it kind of, for me, is giving me a more granny-ish look, even though I am a granny, but I don't need to look like one, so I need to go get it really done and cut so that it's more stylish. So yeah, but I am digging the color, so we're all good with that part of it. So all right, enough about me. Let's get back into the Belle Collective season finale, y'all. All right, so it's Latrice's big day, y'all. It's the duo opening. So I'm sure she's a ball of nerves, a ball of stress, and also a ball of excitement all at the same time, because who's not going to be excited to not just be opening one, but two businesses in the same time, walking distance within each other. Child, she bombed for that. I ain't gonna lie. Can't hold y'all. She bombed for that. Okay. So anyway, y'all, Latrice got the mayor coming out. She got the commissioner coming out. She got press coming out. I mean, like literally, she got the whole city coming to see her duo opening. So I thought that was pretty prestigious and things. I thought that was absolutely dope. Dope as to be honest. But so she wants everything to be perfect. Nothing can should and go should go wrong. Like she literally needs it to go off without a hinge, right? So we start out at Goddess Length. I think it's 2.0. I've been saying 2.0. I didn't see it in the marquee of her stuff. But so forgive me if it's not 2.0, but we're at Goddess Length. And of course, Tambra is the host and the voice to gather the people for both venues. So she introduces Mayor Chokwe Lamamba. I believe that's how you say his name. Excuse me. He presented Latrice with a certificate of appreciation for economic growth. Okay. And the way he worded it, I think, with her Goddess Lentz being her business name, he ended up, what is it called? He ended up using using a play on words like, I don't know, I don't even want to mess it up, but it was cute using the word goddess links in it. But the way he set it up, it was cute. I was like, okay, I like that. You know what I'm saying? It was cute. It was like goddess lengths be lengthened or something. I don't know. It was cute the way he said it. I don't know. So, anywho, let me get back to my notes. Hold on, y'all. I messed up. So anyway, so I told y'all the commissioner was there. I already told y'all the mayor gave her that. And they all get behind her. Cliff walks up right in time for them to take the scissors and cut the ribbon. And Goddess Lips is officially opened. Latrice is in the confessional saying that everybody that showed up on time are all the people that were supposed to be there. And you can't help but to look around and see that Sophia and JJ aren't there. Willie and Aikisha are not there. Glendale or Glenda and Letitia aren't there. And Marie's not there. So I guess those people are the people that ain't important because of the important people that were supposed to be there were there. That's what she said, not what I'm saying. That's what she said, okay? Oh, I'm like reading my notes like, what am I looking at? Okay, so I had put, okay, so they, once they cut up, they cut the ribbon and everything. Everybody's walking into the venue, into Goddess Lengths and stuff. And I couldn't help but notice that they showed a picture of a young man kind of getting his party on. He had a champagne glass in his hand and his phone. And it said it was Latrice's nephew. I think his name was Dante. I think it was Dante. And underneath it said Latrice's nephew. So that will be significant. It was Dante Wilkerson. So that will be significant in some upcoming things that I'll be discussing with you guys, in future references, okay? But yeah, so they showed Latrice's nephew, looked like he was having a nice time or whatever. Tambra gives a nice toast to Latrice, and we see that Selena is there with her girls. It looks like everybody is having a nice time. We like they're having a nice time. The people were purchasing hair and things, and that's we always want when you open up a business that people are buying what you are selling. So it's like she was making some nice purchases. Letitia and Glenda finally arrive. Letitia is proud of Latrice. She says she's manifesting not one but two businesses. So she's very proud of her. JJ and Sophia pull up, and remember these people are late. So Glenda and Latrice were first to show up, but late. Out of the late people, JJ and Sophia pull up in a 1949 Chrysler Classic. And they have their chauffeur. Oh yeah, he wasn't driving. He had his chauffeur pull out a red carpet for Sophia and him to walk out and into Goddess Slings. Selena happened to be standing near a window and seeing JJ and his wife come in. And I'm not sure, but I'm sure that she was thinking he's always doing too much. Um, Selena and Sophia see each other, and Selena says hey to Sophia, and she told her she looked beautiful as she's using her fan to fan herself, okay? And Sophia, kind of waves and, you know, mouths hello. And that was basically all the energy that she gave to Selena. I think Selena was expecting a little bit more in their interaction. I think she even said, in her confessional that she thought that they they were okay because they hugged it out in New Orleans. So she thought that they were okay. She didn't think that they have any problems. Not that Sophia gave her any problems, but she just thought she probably would have gave her a little bit more interaction than she gave her. So there's that. Selena says she's gonna move according to how Sophia moves. And in the confessional, Sophia says, her and Selena aren't the best of friends, it's gonna take some time, but they can be cordial. They can be cordial, but she to me it looks like she's moving according to how JJ wants her to move, because how can you hug it out and talk to Selena, then your husband pretty much got mad at you when you told him that's what you did. So it looks like you're moving according to the way your husband wants you to move. And you said it earlier that you respect JJ. So if he thinks that you shouldn't talk to her, you're not going to talk to her. JJ gets into the venue and he's speaking to everyone and saying hello to everyone, and he bumps into it said Star and Sky, but I think they didn't know which one and they didn't want to put the wrong name. So um they ended up putting Sky and Star's name on there, but he bumped into one of the twins and gave her a kiss and kept it pushing. And then he bumped into Sanjay and he gave her a kiss and he kept it moving and started speaking to other people that were in the room. Excuse me. Um, so, he kept it casual. I can't say he kept it cute but nothing cute about no father that have not spoken to his other daughters in God knows how long. And the only thing you can do is give them a peck on the cheek and act like everything is okay when it's not. Yeah, that ain't cute at all. Nowhere near cute. If it was me, I would have just had a conversation with them, like gave them or even gave them a kiss and whispered in their ear, we're gonna talk a little later, just to let them know that there is room and time and opportunity for us to discuss some things. Okay, that's all it is. Just father daughter things. Yeah, that's what I think would have been important. Um, their daughters must have felt, you know, away because they quickly ushered their mom outside to share with them their interaction with their dad. Alina, Selena assures them that that's at least a start to them getting their relationship back with their dad on track. You can see in their eyes that they miss their dad. Like literally, there was this like, yeah, we talked to our dad, but you can also see the disappointment in he didn't really give them enough. But they were more taken aback that their dad didn't speak to their mom or what have you. So so then we get the intermingling of franchises, which I love to see. So we get Stormy and Courtney Steele, and we also get Nell Fletcher from Love and Marriage Huntsville. They're there to support Latrice and Cliff in their duo grand openings. And so the ladies are outside, Stormy and Nell and Latrice, Selena, a couple of other ladies are standing outside. And Akeisha and Willie arrive. They're fashionably late, in my opinion. When they walk up, they see Latrice. Because like I told y'all, they were already standing outside. So they didn't show this, but I think Akeisha said sorry for being late and gave Latrice a hug, because what we do get in the soundbite when Latrice speaks is her rebuttal to that was not late when it's over. And so then Akeisha, and that she's saying that as she's hugging Akeisha, but Akeisha kept pushing, and then Willie walks up and he says, "Congratulations." And she gave him a little side hug, nothing major. Willie says in his confessional that no matter how he feels about JJ or what he said about JJ, JJ, why am I saying JJ? Lord, because I wrote JJ. I'm sorry. Willie says in the confessional that no matter how he feels about Cliff and what he says about Cliff, that Cliff is a very smart businessman and that Latrice is ambitious from what he can see. And so him and his wife were very happy for them. So I find it funny that Latrice chose to tell Akeisha that it was over when Tamra announced. I mean, I found it funny that when they hugged, that she didn't tell her like, "Oh no, late, no, honey, you're not just late. That you came when it was over." All for us to get into Goddess Links and for Tamra to say she has an announcement that they are all about to walk over the taste. Ain't those things that make you go, Because Latrice, you just literally said to Akeisha it was over when you know you have a duo opening. Yes, she was late to the opening to Goddess Links, but you have a whole nother opening. So literally you was being a bi to her. That's what that was. You was making a sly remark, and it was uncalled for to me. So we go to part 2 of the duo opening. They make their way to Taste, which is right behind Goddess Links. The only problem I'm really having with that is that her businesses being so close together that I feel like her husband, controlling Cliff, that he is now going to be able to keep his eyeballs on her at all times. Like if she's not at Goddess Link and she's not at Taste, he gonna be like, well, where's she at? Like literally. He, I don't know. I don't know. That's just my POV. I'm just saying. I really think that this man is gonna really hold the reins on her, like close range on her. Um, everyone arrives at Taste, and it's beautiful inside. I told you guys earlier that she has the tropical leaves, the black background. Um, it really came out nice. Um, and everyone is walking in. Latrice and Cliff are standing at the front as people are walking in and congratulating them. And Cliff is giving out hugs, and he got his chest poked out. He's so happy that the opening is here. The food looks amazing. Everybody looks like they're having a great time. They're getting their drinks served up and everything. So it's time for Tambra to do her thing, do her hosting, and she toasts to Bar and Grill and says, "Who opens up two businesses at the same time on the same day? The Rogers do." And so that was cute. She says they are going to eat, they are going to drink, and they're going to have a good time. Congratulations. And they all cheers to that. Too bad nobody heard it. Nobody really took it seriously. Nobody heed to the cheers and the toast that Tambra so kindly tried to put into the atmosphere. She's keeping it on high vibrations. No, none of that's going to take place, okay? None of that. So they start partying. We see, everybody having a little good time. Food is being served up. Drinks is being served up. And we get Glenda, aka Glendale, re-entering the building. He is re-entering Taste. Excuse me. He is re-entering this building in a silky black and white paisley shirt, collar shirt with a peekaboo red little piece right here on the collar. Some dog chains, thick and on his neck like a choker, like two chokers. I was like, why is this chain? Bro, your chains at least should be like, bro, your chains, bro, your chains was too tight around your neck, bro. It's like two of them. And he had on some sunglasses going into a building. I can't stand when people do that. Like, you are not a superstar. Knock it off. Yeah, so he walks in with looking like he looked like new money. Okay. So he's walking in, because remember, it's his birthday party, y'all. It's his birthday party. But let us also remember that it's not his actual birthday. Again, let's reiterate that. Not his actual birthday. Could have waited. Anyway, so the Bells and their beaux, their bellmen, their honeys, are all sitting at a booth. Let me set up the way it looks. We have Willie and Akeisha. Now it's a U-shaped booth. So we have Willie, Akeisha, and then the booth turns long. We have JJ, Sophia, Cliff, Latrice, Letitia, Selena in the corner, and then on the right of Selena, sitting across from Willie, is Selena's fiance, Mike. Tambra is also in the shot, but she is standing next to Mike with the microphone. Okay. That's how they're all sitting in the same booth. Tamara got the mic and she's letting everybody know that Glenda has stepped in the building, making his entrance. Oh, and Selena's daughters are sitting behind the booth, behind Selena, so that they can speak to talk to her. So they're kind of in the shot as well. Glenda walks over to Willie. Willie has his hand out, like he about to, shake his hand. And he says, "What's good with you? Happy birthday." That's what Willie says. Then we say it again to y'all. Got his hand stuck out, like, "What's good with you? Happy birthday." Glenn do some old round around, I ain't about to shake your hand, fake ass, bitch ass stuff. But Sophia simultaneously has her hand out. And so he does that to her too, Glenda. But the moment he does it to her, I don't know if he locked eyes with JJ, but he immediately grabs both her hands and says, hey, like, hey. And so, but he don't rectify it with Willie. Okay. So I said he didn't rectify with Willie. Willie said, "Oh, you gonna do me like that with your $5 shirt?" Because you got to know that Glenn thought he was looking like $1,000,000. Okay, he just knew he looked like platinum walking, and wasn't. So right then and there is when, the energy kind of shifts just a tad bit, just a little shift, just a little shift. Yeah, just a little shift, not major, just. Akeisha was looking up at Willie to read his face and to see how he was about to respond, so she would know how she needed to respond, in my opinion. In the confessional, Willie want to know what happened. He don't understand why he swiped his hand when he went to give him a handshake. He's like, I said, we can't tell. What I put? I'm sorry, y'all. When he went to give him a handshake, he like, I said, we can't tell that the energy wasn't the same. It's hostile. Oh, child. Sometimes when I'm doing my notes, I'm on my phone and it picks up what the hell they want to pick up. Confessional. Willie wanted to know what happened and why he wouldn't, why he would swipe his hand and basically act like a bitch ass nigga. Basically, I'm just saying. And so so they're coming back and forth out of they're coming back and forth into the booth with them talking, and then sometimes they will show whoever they want to show in the confessional saying something. Okay, so when I'm doing my notes, if it gets confusing, it's my apologies. I'm not trying to confuse you guys. I'm just I will tell you that they're in the confessional, and I will tell you when they're back in the booth. We go back to the booth. Glendale sits next to Letitia, but what they did do, production being messy, they flipped Latrice over next to Sophia, and now Glendale and Cliff are sitting next to each other. So when Glendale sit down, he says to Cliff, man, that man is in competition with you, referring to Willie. He says, because you got the hot young wife and he got Aikisha. I was like, huh? WTF. Wait, what does that mean? What do you mean he got Aikisha? Aikisha is hot. I don't know what part of he got Aikisha was that supposed to be a dig, but bro, that's not a dig. Aikisha is pretty. What's wrong with you? So Willie and his wife was trying to figure out what Glenda and Cliffy was whispering sweet nothings into each other's ears about. So Cliff says, so when Willie asks, me and my wife trying to figure out what y'all are over there whispering about, Cliff says, we over here trying to figure out who did your hair. Now, one, that's bitch assness in its finest, rarest form right there. Because why you just couldn't tell him what Glenn said? If you gonna make up a whole story and still try to diss the dude anyway, why would you think it's okay for you to come for the man's hair? Huh? Something you probably want to pull on. Anyway, Willie says the person that does my hair did it right. And he got the best barber in the city. So right here is when the vibration gets lower. It gets lowered. Okay. We're about to the vibration is about to get lowered. Okay. So they show Aikisha in her confessional saying she don't like being invited to someone's establishment and being insulted. Like, who does that? Where they do that at? So we get back to the booth, and Aikisha says it's a lot of fake ish going on. And you can tell Latrice hurt her because they show Latrice look over to her, but she don't say nothing. But you could tell it was an uncomfortable, like, what's going on? Latrice heard her and that she didn't give her much energy, but who she should have gave big energy to was her freaking husband, who was sitting next to her, instigating and poking the bear, meaning Willie. That's when he was sitting there the whole time, just talking mess. She ain't said one thing. Aikisha opened her mouth and all the ladies' ears perked up. And so Cliff and Glenda, they were over there talking mad disrespectful mess, and she pretty much was laughing it off. I'm talking about Latrice. So Glenda says to Willie, this time you matching, bro. Like as if Willie don't know how to dress. And as if he giving, here's the thing, he think he was giving Willie some props, and that he didn't think that Willie was smart enough to see that he was being an asshole and that he was coming for him. And it made it even worse because here go Cliff laughing so hard, head all back. I said it wasn't even that funny. First of all, wasn't even that funny. Okay, not even that funny, goofy boy. Willie told Glenda he looked like a broke magician. So now we got Cliff in the confessional saying Willie been coming and poking at Glenda about his rap career. When did Glenda have a rap career? Somebody put it in my chat. Put in my chat. Please tell me. Cuties, please tell me. Hello? Can you tell me? It down in the down below. Tell me, when did Glenda have a rap career? You know what I'm saying? Rap career. And that the fact that that even offended Cliff. Oh, Lord. And so Cliff also says that Willie can't take it when it's that when the situation is reversed. Uh he can't take it when people, no, he said Willie can poke at people. Like, you can poke at people, but Willie don't enjoy when people poke back at him. And I was like, that is not true. Willie don't even poke at people. He actually, y'all do the poking and then he rebuts that, or he has a response to that, and then his response are better than yours, and then y'all get y'all panties in a bunch. So weird. So weird. So um Glenn tries to poke back at freaking at at, at I already said that. I'm sorry. Dang, I'm so sorry, y'all. Hold on. Glenda was poking back at him when the truth of the matter is y'all not even man enough to say what y'all said to him. Y'all both lied to him when he asked what y'all was over there whispering about. Because when he asked, Cliff said, "Oh, he asked about your hair," and then when he asked Glenn what he was talking about, Glenn wasn't man enough to tell him that. Oh, I said that you're jealous about him having a young hot wife, and you stuck over there with Akeisha. You wasn't man enough to say that because you know he would have punched you in your face. So miss me with that. Like I said earlier, that just lets me know that both of them, Cliff and Glenda, both have bitch assness in them. Cliff tells Willie Cliff tells Willie that he only has one Nerf arrow, and y'all read between the lines when I say Nerf arrow. So he better make it count. Yeah, he better make it count because he only has one Nerf arrow. Willie says, between Dumb and Dumber, I can hit both of y'all with this Nerf arrow, if you would. Basically, he's like, if I hit one of y'all, I'm going to hit both of y'all. Glendale says, what makes us dumb and dumber? And I'm like, just the fact that you're asking him what's making y'all dumb and dumber is what makes y'all dumb and dumber. That ain't, why would you even ask? Well, what makes us dumb and dumber? Oh my God. What's your weird self? it's so weird. Anyway, I'm curious now. Oh no, that's what Glendale said. Glendale's like, yeah, I'm curious now. Yeah, that's what I'm sorry. I have to read it. Like, what did I say? Yeah, here go Glendale. Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm curious on why we dumb and dumber. I was like, what the that is stupid. Shut up. Don't be curious about why you dumb and dumber. That's something stupid. Latrice thought it was her time to say, Willie, don't do that. And I'm like, huh? Willie, don't do that. Yo, did you not just hear you sitting next to Dumb and Dumber who have been poking at Willie this whole time, and you fix your mouth to say, Willie, don't do that? Okay. Yeah. So I was really irritated that she came for Willie in that moment. I said, okay, this ain't gonna go well. If she thinks that Willie is the one she should be coming for, that's all bad. So it's literally getting way more uncomfortable in this goddamn on booth. The booth look like it's getting smaller. I feel like everybody's getting closer. I feel claustrophobic for them. Maybe because the temperature, people's temperatures are changing, the climate is changing. It feels different, and I was just like, okay. Cliff and JJ try to say that they don't think about Willie at all. Uh, Glenn says, I mean Willie says you guys live rent free in my mind. Uh, I live rent free. I live rent free in y'all mind. Willie says to Glenn, I am parked. I am parked in your mind. That's when Glenn says, well, you're not even a hair follicle on my brain. I was like, yeah, you don't have no good comebacks, bro. That's the problem. You don't have no good comeback. No good comebacks. That's all that is. You have no good comebacks. Period. Glenda says, that he and the guys joke all the time. This was in the confessional. Okay. Oh, I went up too far. In the confessional, Glenda says that he and the guys joke all the time, but today Willie is just a bitch. I was like, well, damn, really? I wonder what made him a bitch. That he was matching, that his hair was combed, nice and neat and combed, and uh, lineup was fresh and so clean. What made him a bitch that day? Inquiring minds want to know. Cliff decided to stand his mush mouth ass up and say again that he don't like Willie and that he is a little fish in a pond. Akeisha said, well, let's go back to let's go back to he didn't like you, and what we don't is give a fuck. And that's when the low vibrational conversation went even lower, y'all. Like as soon as you think it's not gonna get any lower, it gets it goes to the gutter. Okay. Um, the table got even smaller. I told y'all the table got even smaller, and the people seemed like they were even closer together. And in the confessional, Akeisha says she didn't like the way Glendale was feeding off of Cliff because she didn't know if Cliff was or not, drunk or not. But one thing is her husband one thing that her husband know about her is that she always gonna stand 10 toes down for him. No, she gonna always stand 10 toes down if anybody is disrespecting him or her family, basically. Cliff goes on to say, your wife is nice. Now, mind you, Cliff stood up to say this. He's like, now look, your wife is nice. And that's when Akeisha had to interrupt him. She said, okay, but if you don't fuck with Willie, you definitely ain't fucking with me. Latrice says, you all secretly want to be friends. That's what Latrice, she was trying to break the ice. It didn't work. In that moment, I thought maybe she should have just took JJ. Should have took Cliff away from the table because I don't know if it was falling on deaf ears, but it just would have been smarter for her to grab Cliff, take him, and they go just have, go mingle, go say hello to the people. I don't know, anything but stay right there and let this man get himself hyped up about nothing. You know what I mean? Um she wants in the confessional, she wanted to know what the hell are they doing? Is that her what the hell are they doing at her grand opening? And she worked so hard for this moment, and The back and forth, she expect that from the women, not the men. Like, that's weird. And I agree. Like, I was not expecting for in this finale for the men to not only get upset with one another, but literally it just go completely left. Uh Latrice is unsure on what's the issue is, but they need to nip it in the bud ASAP. We get back to the booth, and Cliff says that Willie wants to be a Belle. So Willie's response was, "No, you can suck these bells." And of course, now everyone is paying attention because everybody was like, huh? Everybody heard Willie say, "You can suck these bells." So literally in most of their minds, they're probably thinking that's where the conversation started or where the disagreement started, or that's when things took a turn. But if anybody was half a brain was paying attention, it didn't start there. Okay. Let's be clear. It did not start there. So, um, there's a lot of, I said there's a lot of oohs and ahs, and everybody is paying attention to what's going on at the table now. I think they didn't understand how swiftly this bad conversation was moving and how serious the situation can and will become. Okay. I found it weird that in the confessional, Letitia says that Aikisha was pumping Willie up all in his ear like a chihuahua. I said, wait, are we sitting at the same booth? I don't think everybody's sitting at the same booth. Everybody can't be in the same booth because something is wrong. Latrice and Letitia have a different outlook of what's going on at the table with their men. That's just my opinion. And she didn't even say anything about the way her husband and Cliff was feeding off of each other. So that was weird to me. Back at the booth, Latrice says to Cliff, he said, "You can suck his bells, babe." And I'm like, Latrice, are you somebody check her? Cause are you feeling okay, girl? Why would you reiterate to your mushmouth ass husband something like that you know is going to piss him off? Why would you go retell him something that he may or may not heard Willie say? If anything, like I said, she should have took Cliff away from the table and went and mingled with the rest of the people and did a meet and greet. That's just silly. So of course, Cliff heard her say that. He was like, what did he say? Fuck that. Fuck that. I wouldn't do that. Or something to that effect. I ain't sucking his bells. So Aikisha says, well, stop riding them then. I said, ooh, okay. Stop riding them then, Aikisha said. Stop riding his bells, okay? So Cliff stands up and says that Willie don't have no nuts. Willie decides to stand up. And now they're going back and forth. And now everyone is standing up. And it's getting heated. Glenn tells Willie he down south, not in Jersey, bro. I was like, so Glenn, what does that mean? What does that mean, Glenn? That you gonna do something or something's gonna happen to Willie because he's down south? Because in Jersey things don't play out the same way, which is probably true, but don't discredit Jersey like that, bruh. South and Jersey probably do the same thing. Don't do that. It was like, what? Shut up. that's when Aikisha and Letitia started going back and forth. I'm talking about they was like on some F you, F you, F you, F you. Until Aikisha said, F you, B. Said, uh-oh. Uh-oh. So that's when Letitia started becoming irate. And she was like, F you, B. And Aikisha tried to get around Willie. Willie grabbed her. She was on this side. She tried to get behind him. He kind of grabbed her. And that's when production came in, and everything started closing in. All the people were kind of like closing in on production, cameramen. And that's where it looked like Letitia and Aikisha were about to, if they would have got close enough, they would have probably came to blows. But there was another lady in a hot pink jumpsuit who seemingly must have been with Aikisha or related to Aikisha. She came out of nowhere in defense of Aikisha and almost ran up on Letitia. So now we have Glendale standing up on the opposite end where Mike was sitting, standing up on top of the chairs or on top of the booth. He's on top of the booth that and he's Willie's still standing there. And Willie kept saying, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And Glenn was just flapping at the gums. There's a lot of commotion going on. And then we get Glenn jumping down off the chair, rushing at Willie. And then Cliff tries to hold him back. But ultimately, who grabs Willie was Aikisha's. I'm sorry, not who grabbed Willie, who grabbed Glendale and rushed him back, like grabbed Glendale and walked him back away from all the chaos, was Latrice's nephew. He pushed him all the way back, dumped him in the back, and walked away from him like, okay, I don't need to be in the TV. Like, I don't need to be out on here. So anyway, so then production tries to hold Willie back from getting to Glenn. But remember, Glenn was pushed all the way back out of the shot, in other words. And so they hold Willie back, and there's a lot of commotion. They get Willie out of the establishment. They like walk him out of the establishment. You can hear Aikisha going off saying, bitch got me effed up. I'm tired of effing playing with her. I tried to be nice. Aikisha and the lady in the jumpsuit come together down outside, and they're in the parking lot trying to calm each other down. Glenn is also outside talking shit. We get Latrice holding her head and her hair like this, like, oh my God, what's going on? And I'm like, girl, yeah, what's going on? And then we get Letitia telling Glendale that this girl, Aikisha, has tried to compete with her all year. And then we got Letitia in her confessional talking about not the leader of the collection correction starting a fight. I'm like, girl, go sit. I'm like, girl, go sit your ass down somewhere. She didn't even start that. That, for the life of me, I don't understand how Latrice or Letitia thinks that the Colognes started this. Stupid. That don't even make sense to me. So where we're sitting next to, I said, yeah, I don't understand. She was sitting next to the people who started, which was her husband and Cliff. Aikisha started talking. Like, what I feel like Aikisha started talking. I don't know. Oh, however, anyway, talking about she sees, so Letitia says, to Glenn. Yeah, I see Akeisha for who she is, who I thought she was. I know, no, how did she put it? She sees Akeisha. She is who she thought she was. Latrice says that this brawl will be associated with her name and her opening of her business. So she is very disappointed. And for her, I'm sorry, for Letitia, what I put? I'm so sorry, y'all. Dang, I hate when I get to the end. I'll be ready to finish it now. Anyway, she was saying that she didn't want the name, the brawl to be associated with the grand opening in her business, but it's going to be. And that's when Letitia tries to come to comfort Latrice in this moment and told her that that she loved her and it's not her fault and that the event was amazing and she's so sorry. I don't think she's sorry. I think she's happy that things went bad at your event worse than her brunch. That's what I think. It wasn't as big as of a scene during her brunch, so she can literally escape with this season thinking that she didn't have the worst thing happen at her event. That's all she was thinking about. Anyway, it's the aftermath of the brawl, and Akeisha is talking to Willie and telling him that she was really pissed off, that she was pissed the F off. And it was funny that Akeisha said she had this girl, meaning Letitia, all wrong. Meaning she thought she was nice, cool, and about her business. And now Akeisha said she doesn't want nothing to do with her and her husband. She says because Letitia showed her who she really is the first time she met her. And she added that the only time the Belle Collective had problems is when it was either Latrice or Letitia involved. Akeisha says she does not want to have anything to do with any of them. So then we flip over to Letitia and Latrice. They're at Latrice's house. And they're trying to figure out why the brawl happened in the first place. Latrice is in a confessional saying she's extremely upset that Akeisha and Willie wrecked her opening. I was like, is that who wrecked the opening? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I must have been watching I must have missed that. And she said that she is hurt that they wrecked the grand opening and intentionally ruined her event. Again, I don't know what they're watching, what they saw, where they were at, but I didn't see the intentional ruining of an event, and I definitely didn't see themselves by themselves wreck her grand opening. She also says, Latrice also says that says a lot about them, the Colognes, and how they feel about her. It's never been about sisterhood. It's always been about competition and jealousy. Latrice, you think Akeisha always was jealous and in competition with you and your businesses? Wow. That says a lot about you, if anything. I digress. Letitia said she couldn't imagine in a million years that the Colognes would ruin an event. I'm gonna need Letitia to get her nose out of Latrice's behind You already brown skin. You don't need your nose to be any browner, baby. Okay. Latrice says that Akeisha is 6 feet under to her and that she feels stronger about her than she did about Marie. In fact, right now, if Marie was in front of Latrice, she would probably give Marie a big old hug. Letitia says she just thinks it's one bad apple, and that's Akeisha. Letitia says Akeisha don't fit into the bill, does not fit with the Bells, with the Bell Collective. So she says Akeisha don't fit into this Bell Collective, and she's not about sisterhood. She's definitely not about community unless it's about pushing her own agenda. So Latrice said, do you feel we need Akeisha in the collective? And Letitia says, she got to go, meaning Akeisha. And y'all, that is how the finale ended. To me, Latrice, the way she was saying, do we need Latrice? I mean, I'm sorry, do we need Akeisha in the collective? Makes me think that she is trying to get Akeisha fired so that she can bring her friend Antoinette Lyle back so she can have somebody young and somebody that could be an ally for her. That's all I see with Latrice asking about that. So yeah, y'all. Because I am a little behind with my review, I just need to give you guys a little bit more information that we got after this premiered itself on that Friday. On Monday, Carlos King, he has his own podcast, and so he had the Carlos King podcast, and Akeisha, well, really, Willie was a guest on there, and he had two producers. Dustin is one of the guys that he has on there, and then he had a producer, a girl producer on there as well, and they kind of interviewed Willie, and they also had a guest appearance with Akeisha. And so Akeisha, has shared with us the people that were watching that she had some things going on that her and Sophia will be what is it that they're gonna do a wellness and health event part 2. And so she says that they were working on that, and she's like she was pleased to get her renewal for season 6 letter from Carlos King. And that made Carlos happy. He's all smiles and everything. And she was like, so she got her letter, and she was like, but me and my husband, the colognes are gonna decline on returning back to the Bell Collective. And I was like, ooh, yikes. She decided to not only tell Carlos King that she would not be returning, but she decided to tell him in front of everybody, and that he would learn that information with the rest of us common folk. So I think it took him by surprise. He tried to keep it together, but he did keep it cute and say, that, thank you for being a part of the Bill Collective or whatnot. And, hopefully they see each other soon again. Okay. And then shortly after that, Sophia comes out on her one of her social platforms. I'm not sure which one it was. It could have been IG, it could have been uh X, it could have been anything. Could have been YouTube, child. I don't know. But she comes out and she says her statement basically says that the show put a little bit more strain. I'm gonna be paraphrasing, so there's not her exact words, but that the show put some type of strain on what was already a strained relationship between her family, meaning Selena, her girls, and her husband JJ and her kids. So she said she also will be declining the letter that she got from Carlos, which was to renew and to come on for season 6 as well. So the Williams, Sophia, and JJ Williams will not be returning as well. So, y'all, we are losing Bells faster than I don't know what. I don't know what's going on. I understand both of their point of views. I really understand when it comes to Aikisha because we also learned that Aikisha wasn't happy with the way they did her, the way they portrayed her in the intro of Belle Collective. You know, she's shaking like she's dancing and stuff. And she says that she didn't want that to be her intro. That wasn't even taped when they were taping the intro. That was her wasting time and waiting for them to get ready to tape an intro for her. So she had complained to production when she saw the intro, when they showed them the episodes before we get them televised. She had told them her gripes that she didn't want to be portrayed like that. It fell on deaf ears, and so I think that was the start of them, Aikisha, feeling a way about production, if you will. So we find that out. And last but certainly not least, we want to send our condolences to the Williams family. JJ mom was hospitalized right before Christmas, and he had to make the decision once he found out how bad it was when she was in the hospital that she went ahead and gained her wings. And he had to make the hard decision on telling his sister, who was on a trip in Africa, to tell her that his mom had gained her wings, and he also had to wait for his brother, who was also on a trip. I think he was on a trip out here in California, so he had to wait, or he didn't have to, but he wanted to wait to tell his brother and sister to their face because he didn't want them to have a nervous breakdown wherever they were. So we want to send our condolences to the Williams family. His mom gained her wings December 12th. So I'm sure that this was a very difficult time for them this holiday season. So one thing that JJ said that his mom told him was, you get cut from your mom's umbilical cord 2 times in your lifetime. Once when you are born, and the second time is when your mother gains her wings. And he said now he understands what she meant. So, yeah, again, condolences and sending our thoughts and prayers out to the Williams family. And we want to say rest in peace to Oro Lovey Sutton. She was born 1950 and she gained her wings in December 12th, 2024, y'all. All right. So that's my time. I just had to come and give you guys the last, finale on Belle Collective and let you guys get, what I had to give y'all. Give y'all the last of what I had to give y'all. So y'all already know what it is. And y'all know I'm gonna need y'all to drop me a comment, smash the like button, make sure you're subscribed. Don't be afraid to share me with your peoples. We are trying to grow our channel over here. Our channel, cuties, our channel. We're trying to, grow our channel. So a great way to support the channel, free way to support the channel. Oh, excuse me, is to hit the like button. Yeah, we want you to hit the like button. Oops. Take this off. My Cash App is scrolling at the bottom. I'm about to take it off, but it's easy. California Cutie 310. You can show your support there. Jeez Louise, I can't stand what I'm trying to do. Okay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Media. Boom. Okay, so they changed the stuff up, so it was a little different. My bad. Anyway, don't forget to do all the things that all the things that we like you to do. Like, subscribe, share the content, leave me a comment, playback gang. I really, 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 really appreciate you guys always. And in parting, always, I always want you guys to know, may the sunshine keep shining its rays of light on every cutie that is in the building. Okay. And, let's be good to each other in 2025. This is a new year, guys. Let's be good to each other, because if you're nice to the person you're with, the person will be nice to the next person, and so on and so forth. A domino effect, if you will. So let's make 2025 a great year, guys. Okay, a great year. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. It's gonna be the reunion part 1. Y'all get ready for it. All right. Later.
So let your hair down, get your life. You must be feeling like this your night.